Hi guys, Salim from Swimlab here. Today I just wanted to talk to you about safety. I'm talking to you during this lockdown phase we're all in. We have this opportunity I keep banging on about to work on things we normally neglect, like our core strength and our flexibility, which will pay huge dividends when we eventually get back into the pool. But the thing I wanted to just talk to you briefly today about was safety. We have a lot of things going on out there. It's a bit of a bun fight on some of the roads, and I know. So there are a few tips I just wanted to give you for exercising safely in the current environment. So as you know, there are 4 elements to your workout. I want you to be doing a bit of endurance work. That could mean a bike, run or cycle. I want you to be doing some core strength work. And I want you to be doing some yoga, and visualization was the 4th thing. Out of those, the 3 things that involve a degree of risk that I want you to be aware of are the endurance activities, the running, cycling, and to some extent the walking, but mainly the running and cycling. 2, when we're doing the core strength work, whether it's press-ups, sit-ups, whatever core strength activities you're engaging in, there are safety issues there. And then finally yoga, which believe it or not can cause strains and injuries if we go at this the wrong way. Remember, the priority about what we're talking about here is the long game. We are in the long game right now. There's no need to rush this. Small incremental improvements. Just be patient with yourself. So let's take those one by one. First of all, running. Let's start with running. When you're doing your endurance activity and you're running, don't run too far and don't run too fast and don't do all too soon. Build up slowly, steadily, especially if you haven't run for a while. And don't beat yourself up about your pace. Maybe take your watch off, in fact. Listen to your body. So I want you to do your endurance activity and make it fun. Think of it mindfully, and when you do run, or cycle, I want you to be thinking about the process and what's going through your mind and how your body is feeling, how your lungs are, how comfortable do you feel when you're running, whether it's joint ache or breathlessness, etc. So run at a comfort level, and just let your fitness improve almost imperceptibly. So take things easy, run at your own pace, don't beat yourself up. It's a long game. The other thing to do with running, and that all applies to cycling, by the way, as well. The other thing to do with running and cycling is slipstreaming. So there's a lot of diagrams and talk out there about keeping the right distance away from people. Remember, the invisible clouds of breath coming off runners and cyclists are going to be creating a cloud that you could be running into or cycling into. So let's keep the distances between runners a lot longer than you possibly think. With running, I would say 15 metres, not 10 metres or 5 metres, but try to aim for 15 metres. So if you're catching up with someone, take a different line, don't run into their slipstream, and start overtaking them well ahead. And when you go past them, try not to cut right in front of them either. The same applies for cycling. The distances are probably even greater. So just be considerate out there. Try and stay out of the slipstream of people. The other thing to do, and probably the easiest way of avoiding all of that, is probably finding less popular routes to run and to cycle in. So that means times of the day that are less popular, and perhaps even routes that are perhaps not the most scenic. Avoid the riverside routes and just get a good workout away from people as much as you possibly can. So keep out of slipstreams. The second thing I wanted to talk to you about in terms of safety was your core exercises. So I've put up a few videos of the sort of core exercises you guys should be doing to build up that core strength here. It is a great opportunity to build up shoulder strength, engage your core, build up all the relevant muscles that will be invaluable when we get back to swimming. But don't push it. Don't do too much, too many reps, too soon. And if any of the exercises you see on videos that are posted either by me or someone else seem a bit harsh, don't try and do them straight away, if at all. Do what works for you, that just makes things seem like they're working, and build things up slowly to your ability. Do not overstretch and do not overwork those muscles, because this is not the time to have a repetitive strain injury. It'll only set you back. You have got all the time in the world to build things up slowly. So do so. Do things at your level, no one's watching, and take things nice and easy. Finally, yoga. I do know people who have injured themselves doing yoga. Do not assume, just because you think you're flexible or fit, that you can do all these wonderful yoga moves, however simple they may look. Take your time. Do not strain anything when you're doing a yoga move, and do things to your ability. Even if that means, in the extreme, that even sitting in a cross-legged position is uncomfortable, make it comfortable for you and let it work its magic ever so slowly. There's no one checking on you right now, so that's both an advantage but also a risk, because if you're doing something wrong, no one can pick you up on it. It's very difficult in these times with Zoom calls, etc. So just take things slow and make sure you're working to your own ability. That's kind of it. That's all I wanted to say. Stay safe, play the long game, do things at your own pace, and stay out of A&E. Now is not the time you want to be taking any risks and getting into A&E. So that means silly things like hovering over the edge of your kitchen island and doing sit-ups or swimming strokes, or perhaps even doing handstands and putting on a t-shirt. Bit silly right now, so don't do them, right? Have a great, safe lockdown, and I'll see you at the other side. Right, take care, bye.